love you. Hello, collective. It's me, Patience with Spirit, your favorite psychic medium, host of Spirit News on Spotify, where we teach you about non-physical energy through our own experiences and through my own psychic development of my childhood gift, being a psychic. I started 4 years ago, which we document on TikTok. If you'd like to take a look at that, we have documented our whole 4-year journey since the beginning of our psychic development. And I am a childhood psychic. I've had this gift since I was born, is the way I was born. Ophelia! Hey, boo! And I am here to do psychic development. I am Marge! I'm uploading your thing right now, actually, as we speak. I'll send it to you as soon as it's done. And we are so happy to be here to give the collective messages. I wanted to do a read for the eclipse because it's supposed to be a big one. We haven't had an eclipse like this since 1776. Oh, Spirit said falls. Or maybe it's not going to be about the eclipse. I don't know. I don't really choose. But I know that this eclipse is supposed to be a big one, so I just wanted to see what we could see about it. If there's anything important about it that we can do with the energy. Interrupt. Oh, that's what it is. You know it. Spirit, please clear the field of anything that is not of high divine white light. Archangel Michael, please put a protective bubble of love and light around us to make us impenetrable from any weapons formed against us. No weapons formed against us should prosper. Thank you. Anything that is not of high divine white light needs to leave immediately. Thank you so much. Just a couple interruptions. Clearly, they don't want us to get this out, but I do psychic development here. This is literally like training for me. I use the help of my very own spirit team, the Guild of the Golden Triangle, and we would love for you to follow us on all of our socials. If you want, you can find that through the link tree in the description bar. This is going to be a collective read for the eclipse. I do personal readings, but you can email me if you'd like a personal reading at patientwithspirit@gmail.com. Okay? All right, so remember, energy is fluid. I don't know what's going to come out. I don't choose. I just let it flow. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Remember that, oh my god, I used to love that soundtrack from Waiting to Exhale. Oh my gosh, Steven! Please name a car for an edit. I don't know what that means. Okay, let me see. Where should we go for the eclipse? Sophia. Where should we go for the eclipse? Let me see. I'm going to do these tarot cards. They have pictures on them. I haven't memorized all the tarot cards. So I don't actually know the tarot cards by heart. I just go by like energy. So I'll go by the pictures. They're so pretty. Thank you so much, Spirit. Please tell us information about, oh, thank you, Scovy. Thank you, Scovy. Please tell us about the energy, about the eclipse. What do we need to know? Oh, actually, I'm being drawn to somewhere else. Okay. Okay, I'm being drawn to somewhere else. Take me wherever you want me to go. You want me to do these first or those first? These ones? Okay. All right. They want me to do the rainbow cards first. Spirit, what's going on? 1800s. Thank you, Spirit. I love you. Thank you so much, Spirit, for being with us. Tell us what you want us to know. What can we know about this eclipse coming up? Death. Spirit loves you. There's going to be a death. Not like an actual death, but this, and look, oh, look at the... Come through, Spirit. So this is going to be the death of a lot of things for people. This could be some kind of... Death is also a sign of renewal. So we want to remember that it's not just the negative aspect of something, because when there's death, there's also a new beginning for stuff. So there's going to be a lot of new beginnings here. This eclipse is about eclipsing out old things that no longer serve you, that are no longer for your highest good. And I was watching this thing that really it's coming to my mind now, that Native Americans, you know, the sun is considered like God. It's what gives us life. We really can't have any life without the sun. And this is a time where it's being eclipsed out in a certain era or stage or phase we're in the solar system, where it's going to clear a lot of things that don't serve the collective's highest good on a global scale. Okay? Consciousness. I told you. Consciousness. It's going to be it's a new era of consciousness. It's going to be the death of an old consciousness. So everything that once was, this is like the turning point where things are going to start changing. The energy is going to be different. People are going to be different. People are going to have to start. We talk about this in the time jump too, but I can't believe we're actually here. Like I remember talking about it. If you want to hear about it, you can go to our podcast on Spotify called Spirit News, and we talked about the time jump. The episode's called the time jump, and in the time jump, Spirit told me that this time was coming, but I didn't think it was going to be this soon. Um, I didn't know, but it's actually here. I didn't know. And so this is what I understand is this is a consciousness shift. And so any consciousness that isn't part of a heart consciousness is going to be going through a transition right now. They're probably doing a lot of self-discovery. There's a lot of like dark parts, dark shadows coming up. There's a lot of maybe like evil people or shadows and people that are starting to make themselves more aware, because that's God's way of saying you got to take care of this. When God makes a shadow bigger for you, confirmation, when God makes a shadow bigger for you, it's not to punish you, it's to, you asked for help, and this is how he's helping you. You have to look at the shadows of your consciousness, of your subconsciousness that you're not looking at. So that's what this eclipse is going to do. It's going to bring an eclipse. Broods. Oh, it's brooding for whatever shadows were brooding. Come through, Spirit. So that's interesting. I love this. Yes, let's continue. Please give us some more. I love this. Oh, Spirit said protection. Oh, that's right. That's what I was gonna say about the Native Americans. I was I was watching this thing about Native Americans and what they feel about the eclipse, and they said they don't even. And I'm not saying you have to do this. This is just what they believe. But it's interesting. Protection came up that they don't allow their children, and they don't even watch the eclipse, because to them the eclipse is very sacred, and there's like a lot of energy that's being shifted, that's being brought up, that's being transmuted, that's being brought to the surface. It's coming, it can come next to you. The energy can actually affect you, and to stay inside and to protect yourself in that time, because whatever energies are happening during the eclipse can actually affect you over time or later on at a later date down the road. So I was like, oh my gosh, that's interesting. And protection just came up. So I don't know about you, but I don't need to see the eclipse to know it's happening. I have never looked at an eclipse myself, except for one time in Florida, which maybe that's why, no, I'm just kidding. Maybe that's why something's happening now. But that's just an interesting thing that I.
Politics.
Oh, politics. Spirit just said politics.
Make a noise.
Oh, damn. Oh, shit. Spirit just said politics. There might be a big change in politics. Well, yeah, we're going to be in a time for surrendering. I'm going outside. It's pretty. You do whatever feels right for you. That's just what the Native Americans say. So I was just equating that to this protection card. But it's whatever you believe. Being here is whatever you believe it is. So it can be, if you don't believe that that'll happen, then that won't happen. But that's what the Native Americans believe. So I do protect myself on a daily basis anyway from negative energy. So it ain't nothing new to do a little protection. But this is going to be a time of surrendering. You're going to find a lot of people in your life that have maybe been fighting certain programs, certain behavior patterns. They're going to be moved. They're going to be moved to surrender, because the energy won't allow you to be in a low frequency. It just is it's a higher frequency. So I don't know if I'm native. I don't know. I don't know what I am. I mean, technically, we're all native somewhere, I like to say I'm native of Andromeda. My soul's native to Andromeda. Okay, so you're gonna find a lot of people are either going to be fighting really hard tooth and nail, or they're going to start seeing things in a different way. You're going to find some people that may have been difficult in the past are going to start surrendering because the energy is allowing them to feel a little more comfortable. There's more people that are being the example of a higher consciousness, and they're going to
We want to go.
there's going to be, maybe that's who you have to protect yourself from, those certain people that are stuck in their ways, that aren't going to do well in the energy. But it's definitely an energy shift going here, a consciousness shift, an energy shift. That's what the eclipse is going to represent. I cannot make it up. Energy. I cannot make it up. Do you believe in UAPs? Yes, I do believe there's most likely energy shift that could possibly affect you. I appreciate the wisdom. Oh, thank you, Stellar. I do believe in UAPs. I have actually seen, I'll share my little story with you real quick. I used to live in Vegas. I grew up in Vegas, and we lived in this housing community in Green Valley Ranch called La Mancha. And I was riding my bike at night, and it's like a gated community. And I was riding my bike, and I stopped to, like, you go on this hill, and you could stop, turn around, and see like the mountainside. So I did, and when I turned around, I swear to God, I saw a giant ship that looked
Follow you.
that looked like it was the mountain, but when I looked at it, it wasn't a mountain. It was a giant UFO, the size of a mountain. And I stared at it like in disbelief, afraid that if I looked away that it would go away. But what, I had to blink eventually, and when I blinked, it was a mountain again. So I definitely believe in UAPs, and I do believe there are extraterrestrial life out there. But this is about an energy. That's just my little story about that. It is crazy. It was awesome, and I'll never forget it. To this day, I think about it all the time because I know what I saw. I stared at it for a good, like, 10, 15 seconds. I was like this. I didn't want to blink. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you. Thank you. I do know Spirit has told me, and we did a TikTok about this, where there are false UAPs where the military has back engineered alien technology, extraterrestrial technology, where they'll do practice runs and stuff, and then people will see those and think that it's extraterrestrial life. And there was knowledge they gave me that if you can see it, like, without blinking, like it's a physical object, then it's probably military. And it's like a physical object because extraterrestrial UAPs are actually connected to their consciousness, and they're controlled by their consciousness. They're like bio UFOs that are like alive, kind of, or something like that. And we did a TikTok on it, and you can definitely see those real UAPs, but you have to be a vibrational match to see it. So they'll usually won't come to you in that way, like in a physical form. And if they do, you have to be a vibrational match to see them. And they won't allow you to see them if they don't want you to see them, because they can control their consciousness in that way, because they're of a higher consciousness, and they're physical and ethereal. They're both. They can be both at any given time. That's how they travel. They can come through their consciousness, which is right here. They can actually think the thought if they want to be physical, and then they can go through a wormhole and be in one place next, and the one place the other. That's why they're so fast. They can be here, boom, 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 boom. And so there are military ones, and then there's the actual extraterrestrial ones. But they usually like to come to you first in like your dreams and stuff. Because they don't want to scare you. They don't want you to be scared of them. So just some information for ya from what my spirit guides told me. Distortion or disruption. I said disruption, distortion, same thing. So this eclipse is gonna, the energy is gonna cause a disruption in consciousness. I cannot make it up. It's gonna create a distortion for those who aren't ready to jump into the new consciousness. There'll probably be a lot of changes going on, a lot of people who might be resisting this, a lot of Spirit said politics, so there could possibly be something with politics that's going to get disrupted because of the energy coming in from this eclipse. It's basically going to represent a whole death of a way of thinking, a way of doing. Ideation. Ideation. I've researched a lot of extraterrestrial things. Some may be true, some not. Yes, it's very interesting. It is very interesting. I'm fascinated by it. You know who you would really like? You might love Debbie Solaris. I don't know if you've heard of her, but she is a Akashic. She's a galactic Akashic librarian, and she has a lot of information about alternate space races. One that really resonates with me that I used to be, or that I was in a past life, is a Lyran. And that was fascinating for me. You might want to take a look at her. She definitely has a lot of knowledge about other races. I told you, anger. I told you there's gonna be an uproar for people who kind of aren't ready for the energy, people who are holding on to shadows, people who are afraid to surrender. You're gonna have like a clear distinction. It's gonna be very obvious. So a lot of people, as we approach this energy, those who need to let go of certain ideations, certain belief systems, they're going to be more agitated, they're going to be more angry, they're going to be showing on the outside what they're feeling on the inside. The things that they've been repressing or withholding, those people that don't want to admit that they have things they have to heal, that don't want to surrender, you're going to see that on the outside. You're going to see more of that. But then you're also, on the other hand, there's going to be people who were very stubborn in the way they're thinking that are going to surrender. You're going to find them to be different. You're going to find them to be a little more open, a little more positive, a little more able to be flexible in this energy. So, of course, there's always going to be the stragglers, that want to fight tooth and nail. And that could have to do with like, I'm just gonna say it, okay? It could have to do with like more elderly people. I don't want to like target people, but I'm just getting that. I'm just saying the data that I'm getting. So just expect that and don't take it too personally. Everyone's on their own journey, and it's very hard to surrender when you've been a certain way your whole life. And so to just keep that in mind is what I'm getting. We want to be compassionate to everyone's journey, right? Let's do our Tree of Life cards, okay? No, so funny. I have sacred. Oh my gosh! Thank you so much, Lake Superior. You love you. Thank you. You're too good to me. I'm gonna like this twice. I hearted it and I liked it. Jen. Jen, you guys, welcome back. I love you so much. We're talking about. I love you. I love you too. I love you so much. I appreciate all of your love and support. I love you. We're talking about the eclipse. We're talking about the death of a consciousness. The Spirit says to protect yourself at this time. Protect your energy. There's going to be some people who are disrupted by the consciousness shift, the energy shift. It's literally an energy shift. And it hasn't happened since 1776 when we wrote the Declaration of Independence. So isn't that funny? We're going into a new consciousness. And it's going to be a lot of radical changes energetically. You're going to find people who might not be able to surrender as easily, that are going to be showing their shadow side a lot more easily than before, when it was easier to hide it. Sacred divinity, there's two paths. I told you. There's going to be two paths, people taking this energy. And you're going to find that the people who have been hiding how they feel, who are really angry on the inside, can't hide it anymore, because the energy God will push your shadows to a point, if you're not looking at them, to a point where you have to look at them. So that's the kind of energy we're going in, because the new energy is not going to allow any shadows to be there because they don't match the energy. So it's going to be brought up. People will have to be doing some healing at this time, because we're going into a sacred divinity kind of energy, a higher energy. Spirit said funeral, yeah, and I have a death here. So we're light codes. Look, we're going to be getting light codes. Come through, Spirit. Everybody's going to get tapped in, tuned down. Tapped in, turned down. We're getting tapped in. I've chatted with a good amount of people who believe in extraterrestrial intelligence. Most other life believe our government has something to do with covering up for us. Oh, for sure, because the government is a shadow government. They do things behind our back because they don't want us to have consciousness, because then if we have consciousness, then we don't need them. We don't give to them. We don't give ourselves to them, and we don't give them permission to control us, because we understand how to manifest. So we're going into a time of master manifestation mode, where you're going to be able to, your thoughts are going to turn to, oh my gosh, look, this card ain't even supposed to be in there. Look, as we're talking about the government. Okay. Come through, Spirit. So I think that's the people who are in their reptilian mind are gonna, people who are corrupt, unethical, they're definitely gonna be angry in this time, because they don't have any power. They operate in a lower frequency, and they have to keep you at a certain frequency to be able to control you. But with this energy, it's a divine energy, because we're going higher. They're not going to be able to disrupt our light codes anymore. We're supposed to get downloads from the sun all the time, but this eclipse is going to cut off anyone who's corrupt, unethical, things like that, from having power over us. So it's a big change. It's exciting, and I'm excited for it. We're definitely going through a time. Hey, my name's Tim too. Tim! Hey, Tim! We got two Tims in here. Okay, so I guess Spirit's saying we're raising consciousness from Alpha Draconis to a divine energy. Energy signature! Light codes, energy signature on top of energy. I'm telling you, this is a big eclipse. And look at this. There's like a circle, and then the little sun. This is a big one. It's definitely going to wake a lot of people up. There's going to be a lot of people surrendering. You are here. What an exciting time to be in. Oh my gosh, we talked about this on Spirit News. Oh, thank you. I get it from my guides. My guides make me wise. It's my guides. Everyone has guides. We teach you how to honor your own guidance from your own guides on Spirit News. Cosmic ancestors. As we're talking about guides, I cannot make it up. Come through. I love you so much, my ancestors. So this is a time where the eclipse is going to allow you to do more self-care. It's going to allow you to understand yourself more, you're going to want to take more time to treat yourself the way you're supposed to be treated, to break off from negative energy. It's going to give you more awareness. Back in ancient times, asking your ancestors for guidance was like mandatory. It was something that, oh, thank you, Tim. It was something that was just normal. It was very normal. And as we went through our descent, we lost touch with that, but now we're going into ascension, and so we're going to start tapping into those energies again, because we have ancestors that have done, there's nothing new. We ain't done nothing new before. Everything's been done before, and we have ancestors that are here to help us, and so we're going into an energy where it's going to be a lot more normal to be part of that, for them to be part of us. That's what I'm getting. And that's how it should be. Why not? We have guidance all the time. Why wouldn't we ask for it? Spirit said I like to come here. We love you, Spirit. Align your universe. Telling you. Thank you for sharing your educated thoughts while being open about it. For sure getting a follow. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Stellar. Stellar Secrets. So, this says to navigate distractions, and I have disruption. So, this is going to be a time where you might be pulled in and then you pull out, pull in and pull out. You're going to be going back and forth between this energy because it takes time to get out of an old energy that you've experienced for so long. So, thanks, Tim. But it's Spirit said absolutely. So in this time and during this eclipse, it's going to activate, or it's going to require you to navigate distractions. It says, and it's right under Alpha Draconian. So there's going to be a lot of corrupt, unethical people, places, things that are going to try to pull us back into the old energy, and the energy is gonna give us a chance to be able to discern what feels good emotionally and what doesn't. And that's what Spirit wants us to remember, is to go by, because this energy is really going to be, it says distractions and disruptions. So there's going to be a lot of things that try to pull you back to an old energy. So you're going to have to be mindful. You're going to have to be diligent. You're going to have to navigate your distractions, because you don't want to go back to the old energy that keeps you at a low consciousness. Once you go forward, there's no going back. I got to turn my heater on. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is exciting. I love doing reads like this. What else can we ask? Let's see. What else, Spirit? What else do you need us to know about the eclipse and what to expect and how we can navigate it? Your path, I cannot make it up. Didn't I say that? Yeah, this is a time where you can ask for guidance, where we're gonna be more connected to our guidance. Your guidance is love is the key. Thank you, Spirit. We love you. Your path is going to be ignited. People are going to start following their soul paths more. They're going to start letting go of fears and illusions. The veil is going to thin. There's going to be things that come up that we weren't told about, possibly about politics. Spirit said politics before. There's going to be this is the season of truth. So there's going to be a lot of truth coming to the surface. And maybe I'm prophesizing. I don't know. Life purpose. I cannot make it up. I cannot make it up. Spirit's saying plan for your legacy. What do you want to leave a legacy for? What are the things that make you emotionally happy? What are the ways that we can dispel fears and illusions that have been placed on us? How can we navigate that? How can we know what's true? By asking your guides, your ancestors. It says you're going to find new purpose in your life and to serve in a new way that brings joy to yourself. And others, and you're going to stop worrying about finding purpose outside of yourself. This is going to be a time where we focus upon serving one another and serving our purpose. So having a purpose. I just did a reading about this. That's so funny. Puffin partnership. Look how cute these are. Look at them. They're so cute. Oh my gosh, I just want to cuddle them. Can I have a pet penguin? This is going to be an energy shift that helps people accept themselves more, where people start honoring their personality, they start finding more confidence in themselves, they start finding joy in different things. Instead of finding joy in like material things, we're going into an energy shift where it's going to be about community and protecting your energy and nourishing your energy and teamwork, and because we're going from the mind to the heart. So it's a completely different energy. Yeah, where we're not worried about our reputation or ruining people's reputations. Notice the signs. Yes. So in this eclipse, Spirit says, notice the signs. They're going to be giving everyone signs. You could find a feather, animals, numbers, certain things. You know, there's a TikTok we have where I was in a tough time and I needed guidance from. Thank you, Spirit. I needed guidance from my guides, and I was trying to take the kids to a new playground, and so I just picked a random playground I never went through. You did? Good for you, Tim. Good for you. I'm so proud of you. Good for you, honey. That's very helpful to talk to somebody who's an objective listener. So I took him to a random playground and I was following the map and I missed the left turn and I had to take the next turn, which was a one way. And that one way took me to a boat ramp and a little docking area where there was boats that I never seen in my life. And right in the middle of the boat docking was two swans with their babies on the cement. And I'm like, that's so weird that the swans would have their babies on the cement. So my son loves animals. So I took my son and daughter to see the swans and we got out of the car and I looked up and you can see the TikTok yourself. This is just a sign that Spirit showed me. And I looked up and there were two boats. One was named Patience and one was named Spirit. And I'm Patience with Spirit. I was like, oh my God, that's so beautiful. So this is going to be a time in an energy shift where the veil is thinned, where spirit's never not talking to you. Spirit's always talking to you. We just don't have the awareness to pick it up or to honor it or to see it. And so there's always going to be signs that they show you, and Spirit's saying you're going to be receiving heaven sent signs, coins, feathers, to remind you of the path you're on and that you're never alone and that you're always loved. So look out for that. If you need guidance, your guides are always there. I have Fox Clever. There's going to be a lot of solutions to problems that are going to come up now because there's not going to be any like shadow bans. There's not going to be any people trying to stop like cures for cancer and things like that. Really useful. Maybe even free energy coming up. So we're going to be coming to a time around that. It says resources right here, and you're gonna find ourselves in a new energy where those kind of things aren't held back from us, so we can progress in the future. 5533 and 55. Thank you, Spirit. And inner knowing. This is a time, and I got this in a download that I'm a child psychic. I'm here to just teach you guys how to learn energy as I learn myself. To be a guide for you guys, because we're going into an age where everyone's psychic gift is going to be amplified because everybody's psychic. So this eclipse is going to amplify people's intuition. It's going to thin the veil. It's going to make everybody more psychic. You're going to have more signs. You're going to feel more. I'm sorry I acted the way I did. I shouldn't have gone. Hey, stop apologizing. You're fine. Just accept that it happened and it's done with and it's not a big deal. Nobody's worried about it over here. We accept you the way you are and we want you to heal, okay? We love you. You're going to be fine. As long as you're taking steps to better yourself, that's what you're supposed to do. You're doing great. Just keep going. So, and I have inner knowing here. So, it says you're a brave traveler. Your soul knows the way. Be confident. We're going to be achieving a different destination. We're going to have new friends. You're probably going to find that in this energy shift of the eclipse, you're going to be canceling out a lot of friends that aren't for your highest good. You're going to be a new frequency, a new energy. You're going to attract new friends, new social groups. It's going to be more about community. I love this. OMG. I love it. I can't make it up. Heart chakra. We're going out of the mind into the heart. And it just means having more compassion for each other, having compassion for ourselves, not being blinded to our emotions, using our emotions as a way to navigate through life. having empathy for others, we're caring more about community than caring about the car you drive. We're going into a new energy that's going to honor that. I've patched your vid a few times and always find your endearing. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for saying that. I truly appreciate you. Thank you for being here. I hope that it comes across all the time. We accept all, reject none here. We love you. We love you so much, unconditionally. Because we are in our heart. That's right. We show you in Spirit Knows and through TikTok how we got from the mind to the heart, or how we're going from the mind to the heart. Thank you. Spirit says you're not there yet, which is fine. It's a journey, not a destination. So, Spirit says that love is the key. Medium. Yes, I'm a medium. Spirit said medium. Spirit said says it's safe for you to love and be loved with an open heart as we stand by with perfect protection and guidance. So we're doing a consciousness shift from the head to the heart, and it takes a lot of bravery and it takes a lot of guts to look at your shadow. So I commend anybody, especially Tim. I don't know why Tim's messages are being deleted, but Tim has admittedly gone to therapy. I take therapy. Everybody has something they need to talk about, something they need to address, something that they need help with. We all need help. And we're going into a time in an energy shift where we're going to accept that about ourselves and about each other. And we're going to be helping each other. We're going to get light codes. The veil's going to thin. Everybody's going to be more psychic. It's fantastical. Fantastic. I love this. I love this energy. Thank you, Spirit. Look, I have protection again.
We do not.
Thank you. Thank you, Tim. So it says we're going to learn how to follow life's flow better, to be in harmony and rhythm with the path that unfolds for us instead of trying to control it all the time. We're going to be more perseverance. It's not going to be about succeeding, about money. It's not going to be about money. Thank you, Spirit. It's not going to be about money anymore. It's going to be about the level of your success will be measured by how happy you are, and your happiness will be measured by how much joy you're feeling, and your joy will be measured by how much you're able to process your emotions. And that's the journey we're taking to the heart with this eclipse. That's what this eclipse represents. I love that. I love it. Opportunity to forgive. Opportunity to forgive. Yeah, you're going to find yourself in a space or an energy to be more forgiving, especially for yourself, especially for others. You're going to be able to find yourself in situations that bring you more opportunities to heal and grow and to release negative patterns or behaviors. People are going to start looking inwards and forgiving themselves for a lot of guilt and shame instead of holding on to it. In the past, it's like it was an energy where you don't talk about certain things and you don't address certain things because of like shame or guilt or like being embarrassed. But we're stepping into this eclipse represents a new energy shift where we're stepping into the heart, where we have more compassion for those things, because those things are, you can't come here to earth and never make a mistake. That's just crazy. That's like the whole point of coming here is to be in dense energy, to overcome dense energy, to come back home, to come back to an awareness of what you really are. I probably won't watch it. Abandoned, Spirit says. I can do a personal reading if you email me at patiencewithspirit@gmail.com. I would love to do a personal reading for you. It's $20 for 20 minutes. So this energy is going to, like I said, there's going to be two different paths that people take. There's going to be certain people that are going to find this energy kind of hard to surrender to, and they're going to be wearing their emotions on their sleeve. And it might be anger, it might be frustration. They're going to be quick-tempered. They're going to be quick to anger. And you're going to know that that person is having a hard time processing their shadows. But like I said, God makes your shadow bigger so you can address it, because it's not going to go away till you address it. And then on the other coin, there's going to be people who have had negative behavior patterns, or sure, Spirit says, or who have been neglecting their shadows for so long that are finally going to surrender. And you're going to find them being more open. You're going to find them being more flexible. You're going to find them being more forgiving, maybe less judgmental. So you're gonna know the people who are easily upset, that usually are good at hiding how they feel. They're not going to be able to hide how they feel anymore. If whatever emotion that needs to be processed the most, they will not be able to hide it. They're going to wear it on their sleeve. Follow the 10 Commandments in the Bible is your guide to life. Hey, can you tell me when I'll meet my partner? If I don't know, I've never done that before. I don't do readings like that. I don't really control what comes through in the reading. I usually just, it will tell me like what's happening to you now. But yeah, it says you're going to be able to release unforgiving thoughts, feelings, and energies, to lift you to a higher place for peace and compassion. So those are the people you have to, there's two different energies going on here that will be affected by the eclipse, but you'll know it by the way people are acting. Time to go. Yeah, Spirit says that this, with the sun, which is the eclipse, is going to be blocked out. It's going to give rise. It's going to give rise to new avenues in life. It's going to help people see the beauty within. It's going to illuminate endings that are needed for you to have a new beginning. Spirit, please clear the field of anything that is not my own, of anything trying to stop this beautiful reading of self-development. Anything that does not have high divine white light, I ask to leave immediately. Archangel Michael, please put a protective bubble of love and light on, and clear this field of anything that is not of love and light. Thank you so much. Jeez, they don't want us to be talking about self-healing, because they don't want us to heal. Like I have this right here. Yes, they don't want us to heal. They want us to stay in a low vibration, so we're not able to heal ourselves, because then we're more easily controlled.
In your room.
All right, Spirit, let's finish this up. So it says right here, time to go.
Investigation.
It says endings are merely a start of a new beginning. And at the beginning we had the death card, and I said it's just an ending of an old consciousness, that's all. It's the ending of an old consciousness, and we're stepping into a new consciousness, a new beginning, where we can forgive more easily, where we can look at our shadows less judgmentally, where we can look at others less judgmentally, where we can actually perceive from a higher perspective what people are going through, and we can actually, time to focus on positives. Yes, exactly. And the energy shift is literally going to help this. It's literally going to help people see a different perspective of things that they couldn't have seen before, because they were stuck in an old mind. They were stuck in an old consciousness. The energy is shifting in that way, so people will have no choice but to be able to feel more, see more, expect more. Hello from Texas. Hello. So Spirit's saying this is going to be a time for you to prepare the balance between hard work and hard play, for you to know how to be cheerful and fun with a cheerful, fun disposition, so you can be blessed all the time, and to not let life's distractions take you off course, because this time is going to have some, God and Spirit said, there's going to be some stragglers, stragglers that don't want the energy to shift. So we might notice like a little upheaval of certain things, but to use your discernment that you're being given once the energy shifts, to use that gift of discernment that's going to be activated by the light codes from the eclipse to discern what's real and what's not. Decide, and to decide on what you really want, and what you want to claim, and avoid being the trickster and practice integrity, because this energy doesn't allow corruption or unethical beliefs that trick people, you know. Pity your neighbor instead of hate them. Yeah, or pray for them. Pray for them and live by example. You know, we can all be an example to somebody. It's going to be a time where we stop hating people for doing better than us, and we start looking at them as an example. Exactly. You guys get it. You guys know what's up. Wisdom. It's about wisdom, authenticity, and your higher calling. We're literally going into divine energy. It's so exciting. Oh my gosh, I could cry. It's so beautiful. I love this. What a great reading. I love this so much. So we're gonna have more wisdom now to discern through the thinning of the veil, through the light code activations. We're gonna be able to attract our soul tribe. So any family issues are gonna fall by the wayside, and people are gonna be in a new energy, a new frequency to weather the storm, to be full of surprises, to break free from other people's expectations of them. It's going to be a new world of authenticity where we live for ourselves instead of for other people, to go towards our higher calling, to figure out what we need to honor a higher calling, our divine calling, which we all come in with. It's called our North Node. It's the path that our soul chose for us to discover as we're incarnated, and not everybody gets to find out what their North Node is because of the energy we were in before didn't allow it. But now the energy from the eclipse is going to have people understanding this more on a subconscious level. It's just a completely different energy. This was beautiful, you guys. I love this so much. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. I am so excited for this new energy to come. You guys protect yourselves. You guys start thinking about what legacy that you want to create. You start living with integrity, with honesty towards one another, compassion. I love you so much. I'm going to see you on the next one. Bye.